Hi, this is a video to go through chapter 4 about ethics for Business 110. So, if you've paid attention to the news at all, you know that over the past 10 years or so, there's been a lot of scandals, real estate, mortgage, banking, and how do we make people feel that that the systems work? You have to punish those who break the laws, make accounting records more transparent, and think about what is ethical, not just what is legal. So a couple big scandals that we briefly want to talk about. So Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff is going to be in prison for the rest of his life. So he ran a giant Ponzi scheme and that bankrupted many pension funds and people in retirement. And for those of you who don't know what a Ponzi scheme is, so basically Bernie Madoff kept showing really high returns, and basically that was not from actual investing, but from new money coming in. And when the financial crisis happened, he then ran out of new money because people didn't have money to give in. So it's pretty unfortunate, actually. Enron was a energy company in Texas, and they were found guilty of accounting fraud. And that situation was very sad too, because many of their employees lost all of their retirement because of what happened with Enron, because they had vested their retirements and pensions solely with Enron. And then WorldCom convicted of fraud and conspiracy filings. So that WorldCom was a little bit farther back. Ponzi scheme, there, just talked about that. Ethics, for students, plagiarizing is probably the most common form of cheating. 25 years ago, that wasn't a thing because we didn't have the internet for you to get information from. Facing ethical dilemmas, ask yourself 3 questions. Is it legal? Is it balanced? And how will it make me feel about myself? I always like to add a 4th, that is, if you told your grandma or your mom, your dad or your grandpa or whoever is close to you, and you told them what you were doing, would they approve of it or would they think it's unethical? A lot of times ethics starts at the top. Organizations that really value ethics are going to do a lot better job of making sure that their company is ethical versus companies that don't care. It's not as important. Not that they don't care, it's just not as important. There's 2 different types of codes. There's a compliance-based ethics code, and in that situation, you emphasize preventing unlawful behavior by increasing control and penalizing wrongdoers. So that's basically just doing kind of the minimum, or it's a less intense form of the integrity-based. And in the integrity-based, you define the organization's guiding values and create an environment that supports ethically sound behavior. Johnson & Johnson is known for having an integrity-based ethics code. Whistleblowers, they're people who report illegal or unethical behavior. Corporate social responsibility. So this is when firms have care for the welfare of society. There's basically people who are well in favor of this and think that an organization, it does not just owe things to their shareholders, but they also owe things to their community, because without their community, they would not be successful. Some feel that it is not a good use of a company's funds, and that the company should making as much money as they can for their shareholders and not for their communities. Insider trading. You use private information that is not available to the market to make a decision. Martha Stewart got in a lot of trouble for this because she found out that she had invested in a pharmaceutical drug that she heard that the FDA was not going to approve, and she sold it prior to that announcement. The way the markets work is that if that information was disseminated to everyone, to the public, then the stock price would reflect that information. And so basically she took advantage of that information before it was made public. Social auditing, when a company will look at the social responsibility they're doing and seeing if it's worthwhile. International ethics, the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, is something that's been around. criminalize the act of paying foreign businesses to get business. I believe Avon, the makeup company, just got in trouble for this when they were trying to sell some of their products in China. And that's it for chapter 4. It was a short one. Hope you have a great day.